What's a sign that history is just beginning? Hello, everyone out there. Good to see you. My name is Thomas. I do educational videos on this channel. Welcome. And we are wrapping up our unit here, our first unit on the Tree of Life. And we're kind of reviewing with quick videos on the 144 different fractal faculties of the Tree of Life. We're just only on number 12 so far. And we do Tree of Life first because Tree of Life is a great model for not only its own sake, for what it teaches you about how things are interrelated and fit into a certain hierarchy that provides priorities and enables recognition and recall, but also because it is a foundational tool that helps you to integrate other teachings into it. It's really like a filing cabinet. You can just put things and then you know where they are and you know how to get them back. So that's why we do Tree of Life first, and then eventually we're going to get into a lot of other subjects that will kind of be things that you put into the filing cabinet. Okay, so right now we're dealing with number 12, and number 12 here is right here in the 10th sphere. We see that the 10th sphere is about our wild animal consciousness. This is really about our instinct, our survival. This is our the law of the jungle, kill or be killed, or fight or flight response. It's also our life force. This is our material body, and this is the ability of our body to stay alive. And without really our conscious intent, we can kind of bend it and destroy our life force through our conscious intent. But we basically don't need to pay attention to the beating of our heart or the breathing that we do. And then within the 10th sphere, we're talking about the 0 sphere. So this 0 sphere is about nothingness. It's about emptiness. It's a mystery, and it is, subjective. And so this, now what we do, is a fractalization. We take the whole tree and we shrink it down, and then we apply the whole tree to each one of the spheres. Now, if you want to review on all of this, on how the tree operates, you can basically watch Tree of Life, a short introduction. It's one of my other videos, or Tree of Life, an introduction. There's 2 there. You can also check out any of the numbered videos that has a little bit of a longer introduction too, just to get yourself up to speed. But so we're basically placing this whole tree on each one of the spheres to break it down into its 12 component parts. So that's what we've done here, and we're talking about the 0 fractal, or the 0 aspect of this whole 10th sphere. So we got nothingness and emptiness and mystery kind of within this 10th sphere about the life force and about the survival instincts. And if you'd like a copy of all 144 of the fractal faculties kind of laid out together, just click the link in the description and I'll send that out to you for free. And that'll help you kind of as we go along through this list, that we're still only at number 12. And number 12 then is called Emerge from the Jungle. Stage number 12 is about how our first upgrade from a beast of burden, from a primitive worker, shows up as emerging from the law of the jungle to a more sheltered, more permanent domestic situation. Emerge from the jungle, from the law of the jungle, the law of kill or be killed, and into the yard and house building, toward domestication, servanthood, house slavery, animal pets and parents' little helpers, till the house is full, learning house slave manners, moving on up to a pet of the gods with a small g. Due to their genetic engineering feats, they pat us on the head and give us a treat if we do what they tell us to and sit at their feet. Bathed and groomed, potty trained, quiet, not in heat, now fit for civil, organized, polite, private society. Show us off at home gatherings, just above the brute, just beyond the toddler. Beasts of burden, we emerged from the jungle and the law of the jungle. But then we were recaptured and subject to the law again. Recaptured, resubjugated, rebrutalized, reowned. But as we emerge again, the beasts of burden seek to tame their wildness with moments of privacy, with relaxation time beyond survival concerns, domesticating, moving up from primitive workers, up from field slaves, or as age naturally lifts us up from toddlers to mother's little helpers. Emerge from the law of the jungle. Emerge from their genetic bungle. Emerge from the toil so rough and tumble, from the constant threat of a rumble. We somehow emerge from the pileup with the fumble, and emerge from the hive of the bee bumble, and into the sound of the bread crumble, into a domestic situation. Through herds, we evolved civility that can be transferred culturally if it can be nurtured and developed domestically. This is the beginning of history, the change over time, out of the dream time, getting beyond the survival-only orientation, to catch our breath, to get a few moments for reflection, apart from survival concerns, into our domestic situation, once we have emerged from the law of the jungle. A bit smarter than a beast, 2 bits smarter than a wild animal, but much easier to control. After the flight of fight, softer and tamer with no edge. Okay, that is the 0 fractal of the 10th sphere, number 12, Emerge from the Jungle. And that rounds out the 10th sphere. The next video we'll do here is number 13, which will be moving into the 9th sphere and moving more decisively into that domestic situation from the jungle, the survival of the fittest situation. And so stay tuned for number 13 coming up here pretty soon. Please, thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. Please press the like button. You can share the video with others. Subscribe to the channel. You can make constructive comments in the comment section. Please, you can also donate to me directly through Cash App or Venmo, and also get my free copy of the 144 Fractal Faculties, or Stages of Life, History, Cosmology, and Spirituality, Annotated. And again, stay tuned for number 13 coming up here hopefully today. And also have a great day, and we'll see you soon.